Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of my podcast, In Bed with Eliza. It's in bed, not a sexual innuendo. The name is actually the truth. I am on my bed right now. Not even funnily, just it's just the truth. So I'm on my bed and this is my first podcast, the first episode, not the first podcast. I mean, well, anyway, first episode. I already am stuttering with my words because I haven't prepared anything. Well, I prepared a few things in my mind, and I'm aiming for like 30 minutes every episode. So we'll see how that will work out because you know we'll never know. Um, I was going to start like my entire podcast career. I was gonna invite my friend Gabby on the podcast, and she is coming. I just don't know when because I work every day and she works every day too. So I'm free on the weekends, but she's always out in the weekends. So we're having a bit of an issue just figuring out our schedules. But as soon as we get it figured out, she will be on my podcast, which is very fun. But I'm also like a bit worried because we've known each other. So also I stutter, which means that I probably shouldn't start a podcast or do anything with my voice. But I am doing it now. I don't really care. Um, Me and Gabby, we knew each other. Oh, I don't know. Was it 2018 or 19? 19. January 2019. And it's 2021 now. So it's been 2 years and a half. I mean, I felt like I've known her for forever. But I love her mom. I love her family. Which is, sorry, that might have been triggering for headphone users. It triggered my headphones, so I'm actually gonna take one side off now because I cannot stand my voice that loud and that close to my ears. So, but yeah, I have known Gabby for a relatively long time, I think, especially because like we're really close. Um, so I would say that she knows a lot about me, and I know a lot about her. So my main concern would be that she would come on my podcast and we would be talking and she would just drop some like shocking drama, like shocking information that I that I knew about, but other people don't because people we both know will be listening in. So that's the bit I'm worried about. But I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna try to you know, limit the words that are coming out of her mouth. I don't know why I'm trying to limit the words coming out of the guests that are coming to my podcast, that is a bit weird. Um, I am filming this because I'm a bit bored, but also I feel like I just kind of need a hobby to distract myself with. My life is going fine. Bit of annoyance and drama at at school, but it's fine. I'm not gonna share it obviously because if you know, you know. Just know that one of y'all really did me wrong, and now take the time to think if you've done me wrong in the past, I don't know, 12 days, then I'm mad at you. And I will be expecting a full apology and a bouquet of flowers. Even though I don't like flowers, I just, if a guy asked me like what kind of flowers I like so he can gift it to me, I wouldn't know what to say. Um I've like I've never thought about it. My mom is a very big fan of flowers and nature. So I feel like in true rebellious teenage act out whatever era, I hate nature. So I never have the time to think about what plants I like and I don't. Um so that's about plants. I tried to film the first episode 2 weeks back, I think. Yeah, it was around 2 weeks back. And then I was 5 minutes in and I got a call and it's from this doctor. And he's like, go get your vaccine now. They can give it to you now. And I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna go. I was getting the vaccine was quite anticlimactic because I would consider myself like an ill person. Like I get ill really easily. I get cold really easily, like a cold, just not like I get freezing cold in areas. I mean, like a cold where you're sneezing and all that. I get that really easily, and I think it has something to do with my lungs. Cause my mom gifted it to me. I don't know why I just burst out singing. That was weird. Um, but that happened, and yeah, so I was fully expecting myself to be really sick, and I think my parents were too. My mom was pretty worried because she wasn't like she wasn't at home at that moment, like she was away for the weekend. And my mom was supposed to sorry, my dad. My dad was supposed to like join her because she came back to her hometown, and my dad were supposed to like also came back to his hometown with her. Um but yeah, he was supposed to go on Saturday, but he was contemplating not doing so because I was getting my vaccine, and obviously he had to take care of me because I'm his golden child. And I was like, fully, I was so happy because I was like, oh my God, not my dad actually showing me love and affection. Like, my dad loves me probably, but he doesn't show any affection. So you literally wouldn't know. Like, I might be his least favorite person ever. And I mean, and he wouldn't show anything towards me. Well, I mean, obviously he wouldn't, but if I was the person he loves the most, he wouldn't show any affection as well. I think his love language is act of service. I've been trying to like analyze my parents because I think I'm getting to the age where I realize that they're adults, but they're like humans also. So like the mistakes that they make, I easily can also make. Because before I was like, oh, adults aren't supposed to fucked up or whatever. But I think I'm getting to that age where I'm maturing, and I'm like, they're just kids. They're just 40-something-year-old kids. um, yeah, so that's that. And you know how I don't think my life doesn't have that many problems at the moment. Actually, there's none at all. I I'm not like my life is pretty chill right now. I have a steady, stable job, and I have a lot of naps, and it's fun. I go to bed relatively early every night, except for the weekend, which I am staying up now. It's like, oh, it's only 11. That's fine. Um, but wait, but yeah, but once in a while I would get into like some quarrels, or I would have an issue or a problem somewhere, and I would like to remind myself that I'm literally a nobody. Like me and other humans too. Like compared to the universe and planets and all that, we're literally nothing, you know? And a lot of people say that when you think about it that way, it tends to really put your issues into perspective, and it's supposed to make it better. Sometimes it does, but I was thinking about it today, and I mean, I don't think invalidating myself will invalidate my issues. Like, okay, I'm nothing. I accept that. But I'm still living in this crappy society, and thinking I'm nothing isn't gonna help. If you get what I mean, like there needs to be an actual solution sometimes, half the time. And just thinking I don't matter just doesn't help. So that's that. Um but yeah, I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do with my podcast. I probably will still film it on my bedroom, on my bed, not on my bedroom, what? In my bedroom, on my bed. So that's something to look forward to. Um, I've been reading, what have I've been reading The Portrait of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde lately. Even though I started reading it like ages ago, like back in May. I was reading it, and then my school year ended, and I was like, Oh, I need to I need to have a break. I need to take a break from books cuz I was reading so many books and just PDFs and just a lot of text at school. And it was getting to a point where like I cannot do this. I need to take a break. So I took like a month break. And then July started again and then I was like, "Okay, let's get back to business. I need some words in my head now." But yeah, I hope I'm not stuttering too much or making any like mistakes because I mean, even if I do, I wouldn't know what to tell you. I kind of want to talk about what do I want to talk about? Hmm, questions. Ooh, Billie Eilish new song. It I gave it a quick listen. It was like really bad. Like no offense. I love her recent album, like the latest one, but I don't feel like I've enjoyed any of the songs in this one. The one where she was running in the mall, like, well, okay. You know how like in that song she has a line like, "I think therefore I am." Great line. Great philosophy shout out. Um, but yeah, I don't really enjoy it. Um, and also let's talk about Love Island because I am watching it. Because why not? Because my life is boring, and I think trashy television will make me think my life is better. Because at least I'm not on it. So, Love Island, I don't really like this season. Like, I've enjoyed it so far. Like, I enjoy watching it. But before, I mean, maybe I just ruin it for myself by going on Twitter before I watch the episode because I don't watch it live. But, like, I don't know, I've just lost a lot of interest in a lot of episodes. I only watched the one that make Twitter goes like insane. If you get what I mean. Like I don't really like any of the girls. Well, no. I like Kaz. I like Liberty. I don't really like Sharon. I really want to support her being an Asian girl boss. But you know what? I just don't really like her. Cause I mean, I know she puts on this top facade of I don't care and this, but obviously she does. And yeah, I hate all of the boys except for Hugo. I've always had like positive vibes about him, like before the show started. Um, and honestly, I just feel so bad for him in that challenge where the girls kids everyone but him. And I feel like if I were like the last person that had to go was Lucinda, and I like Lucinda, like she's cute and all, but if I were her, I'd just kiss like Hugo to not make him feel like shit. Like that cannot be good for a person's self-esteem. If I were her, I'd just do it instead of like going off and pick Brad, which literally I think I might have to start calling him Brad, cause his personality was is like so lame and it's so boring. He's so nice to look at, but oh my god, there's like nothing up there. Not not a strand of personality, of opinion, of whatever. Well, I say he's like blanked up there because literally he's used like five similar sentences on three girls. Actually, four. Faye at first, and then Chloe, and then Rachel, and now Lucinda. Like, I just find it a bit confusing. I don't know if Lucinda can, like, or Rachel, could watch the show before they, like, go on the island, because obviously they joined in later. But, I mean, if they were able to, why would they go for him? Lucinda, I have more issues with, because Rachel was put in the island for the sole purpose of either saving Brad or Chugs. She doesn't have any other choice. She was put in solely for him. So I feel like she doesn't really get a fair chance. But also, I just hate all the men, and like all the men this year. I hate Aaron, such a misogynist. Brad is lame. Jake reminds me of someone I went to high school with. Not gonna say, but he looked like him, and his personality is even worse. But also, Jake is such a good liar. Um, who else is in the villa? Toby. I kind of don't like Toby. I don't know what Chloe meant when she said he is her type on paper, like her type to a T. What does that mean? Um, Liam. Forgot about Liam. Yeah, no personality either. No one is standing out. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. The best season I've seen so far is season 4. Wait, um, is it 4 or 5? It's it's the one where Amber and Greg won to 2019. Yeah, I like that one. So full of drama. Oh my god, it was the first time I watched Love Island live, like every day also. Um, but yeah, I've been talking for 60 minutes, and I think this is a thing I'm gonna do quite regular with my guest. But I think that the first episode, you know, the listeners, the oh my god, I can't talk. Sorry, the listeners should get to know me first. So for 15 minutes of every podcast, me and the guest will be. I will ask the guest one of the questions. Well, not one, a few, like three of the questions from the New York Times article about, I mean, I'm saying this quote unquote, the 36 questions that lead to love. And they separate it into 3 tiers, 3 level. So I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna ask my guest one of the questions from each tier every episode. And you know what? To kick things off, episode 1, trust me, I'm gonna answer it for you guys. Yes, why not? I think this is perfect. Wait, I'm gonna have to move this tab on here. I'm working on my computer and it's like really confusing. Also, I'm not gonna edit my podcast because I don't know how to edit. So yeah, okay. Set 1. I'm gonna pick question. Um. Ooh. Okay. Number 6. It's too long. I haven't like read the question. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? Wait, what? Oh, oh, okay. So does that mean I can live to the age of 90, but I have to retain? Does that mean I have to like pick? It seems like a fair deal. I mean, doesn't seem, yeah, I can keep. Yeah, oh, I can, yeah, okay. I can either keep the body or mind of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years. So I stay 30 for like 60 years. I defo pick the body. What what does this mean? Defo pick the body. You know why? Because why would I want to keep a young mind? I feel like I if I get the if I get to talk, if I could talk to my own mind like a year ago, I would I would hate myself. So I feel like we're constantly growing, we're constantly developing and learning more stuff. We're constantly learning more things about life and getting lessons for ourselves. And then, you know, then I why would I want to stay 30? There is this saying in Vietnamese. It said "gừng càng già càng cay." It means that the older you get, the wiser you get. Sometimes I disagree with a saying, but I think in my case, it would be good. It would be appropriate. I'm gonna take a sip of water because my throat is so dry. And I drink a lot of water. I think it's all the talking I've been doing. Okay, I'm back. So that's one question from set one. Let's move on to set two. Okay. Um, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the truth, or anyone else, or anything else, what would you want to know? I think if I could, I would ask if if I'm doing everything right. Not as in like is this the societal standard way to go, but like am I truly doing something positive for myself that I will never regret and I will never think back and be sad over it and all that. I I feel like I know a lot of truth about myself, but I feel like me and other people, me and everyone. I think humans have a tendency to pretend to play blind to to their own self because we don't want to face our flaws sometimes, most of the times. If you do, it would be an ego death, I reckon, which is not very fun. Um, I don't really want to know anything about the future because I feel like I don't know. I feel like if I know about it, it will take out the joy of living. The joy of living is experiencing it, experiencing things that you never expected, or at the time, like you could expect certain things, but whether or not it comes or when it comes, you can't control. So I feel like the joy of living is just experiencing. It's not waiting. And I think if I know about my future, I would just wait for it, and that's not really fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to set three. Actually, this is going way quicker than I imagined. So I'm gonna have to panically, I'm gonna go into panic mode and try to come up with something. Okay. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Okay. Set three. Um, oh, oh my God. Okay. Oh, I can answer this question. 29. Share with your partner, well, myself, and the listeners, an embarrassing moment in your life. Okay. I freaking this is so embarrassing and it's embarrassing to think about. It's not that embarrassing, but it's just cringy to think about. So there's this guy from my high school whom when I first came, we weren't an item, but he was trying to talk to me. And I think he was trying to sleep with me, but me being naive and 15, I I thought he wanted to be my friend. I thought he was being friendly. I thought he was the first person to welcome me to the new environment with open arms. Um, and which is wrong. Also, I think maybe trigger warning, maybe. And well, actually, I'm not going to go into too much details about it because I don't want people to guess what I'm talking about. But anyway, he did some quite fucked up things to me, and I got really traumatized by him, and I had to see him in school like every day for 2 years. And every time I saw him, it was just me reliving my traumas all over again. The same heart pounding, all the same reactions. And anyway, that got a bit too deep. No wonder why this game makes people fall in love. Um, anyway, but I was talking to him one time because this is the thing. Y- When you're in such a small environment, you cannot hide away from people. You cannot ignore them. And I know some people are like, oh, if he traumatizes you so much, just ignore him. I did. But, it's such a small environment that I would have to, talk to him, interact with him at least once. And those were among the few times I did interact with him. Um, yeah. Anyway, I was talking to him and like he was saying something, and I was supposed to. I'm in my head. I was gonna call him sexist, but the word "sexy" just came out of my mouth. So now this, twat that I hate, that I despise, that left me some trauma. And I was supposed to insult him, but I complimented him, and yeah, it was really weird. But also, I don't think he's gonna hear this. I don't, probably not. I don't even follow him. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a secret. I guess we'll never know. I might still be following him on Instagram. Um, not letting anyone know. Um, but yeah, that was one of an embarrassing moment in my life. But one of many embarrassing moments in my life. Sorry, I got a text. Am I in Love Island? I got a text. Um, my friend just texted me. My friend has been having this really like irregular like sleeping schedule. She'd go to sleep at 6 and wake up at like 3 p.m. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've been reading anime, no manga." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, I know what I'm gonna talk about for the last 3 minutes, and it's the worst Netflix series I've ever watched. And drum rolls, please. It is Sex slash Life. Before I go into my review of this show, I feel the need to stress that I did not click on it because I was horny. I was just curious because why would Netflix recommend me the show? And they would always show this banner whenever I'm using Netflix with my parents. Like, I was searching up a movie to watch with my dad and my sister, who was like 14, the other night, and it came up. And I was like, why would it pop up? So I jumped in it, with no idea, no clue of what it's gonna be and all that. Um, but yeah, I just hate it. And I watch it. I didn't binge watch it because I want to, but because I am I want to hate it all the way. When I do something, I'm very dedicated. So, um I don't know why there's so many bloody articles about it online. Oh my god. Season se- Season 1 finale explained by showrunner. No explanation. It was just bad. I hate it. Yeah, yeah, I hate it. Also, I'm gonna go overtime because I want to talk shit about it. Okay, let's start. First of all, these people, I just have to say it. These people are so rich. Okay. Let's talk about Brad first. Um, Brad and Billy. Also, I'm gonna come out say it. I'm definitely Team Cooper. He Hypnosis. For those of you who haven't seen the show, so the main character is named Billy, and she is married to Cooper, with whom she has two kids, like a 3-year-old child and an infant. Like the kid is that young, just out of her womb. And suddenly, all she could think about was her sex life with her ex boyfriend, Brad. Now, Brad is an Australian American music producer who lives in New York. The show is set in both New York and Connecticut. I could never tell when they were because whatever. And the entire show was Brad trying to get her back, even though Brad was having sex, casual sex, with Billy's best friend, Sasha. I'm making a case for Sasha and I'm trying to paint her as a nice person because I think she is. She is actually smart. She actually thinks. She actually behaves like a fucking psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever the major that Billy was supposed to be getting a PhD in. This bitch, Billy, talks. Oh, I know she quit her PhD like 2 months before it was supposed to end. But damn, she did not take an ounce of knowledge with her because this woman is so stupid. Oh, anyway, I am going on a bit of a tantrum here. I feel so I'm so against the show because it is just so dumb. And yeah, okay. You might think that okay, but you know what? One point I will give. I understand why Billy would want Brad back. Like there's this one episode that he completely showed his ding dong, his dick, and fuck is huge. Oh my god. Also, I hope no one. Oh my god. I hope none of my friends' parents are seeing this. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't. You shouldn't have been here. At this point, this is your fault. Anyway, that's the only reason. He is such a douche. Um, I don't get it. Okay. Okay, let me try to pinpoint where my my frustration with Rat started. Probably when Billy got pregnant. She got pregnant and he went, "What are you gonna do with it?" I'm trying to do an Australian accent, but he came out sounding really British. Just know that I'm trying to be Australian. Um, yeah. What are you gonna do with it? Obviously, it was suggesting her to take um have an abortion, and she was like, "What?" Well, she wasn't British, but she was like, "What?" And he's like, "Hey, my God, you're so irresponsible. Uh, it's it's not like you know, not like she was. It takes two to tango." But Brad wasn't doesn't want to acknowledge all the dancing that he was doing. So, yeah. So they got into an argument because she's pregnant with his kid. And he called her a bunch of names. And, does her little like psychology trick. You're just lashing out on me, whatever, whatever. If you're aware that someone is lashing out on you and you're aware of someone's bad behavior, don't fucking crawl back to them 8 years later and completely abandon your perfect little family. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get how this show glorified cheating. Why is it normal? Why are we glorifying using cheating as a way to cope with your midlife crisis? I don't get it. And after a while, Brad came back to her. Brad said sorry, and she forgave him. And it was because Brad has major daddy issues. That was the reason why. Also, another bone to pick with Brad. As soon as he came on screen, I fucking recognized him. You know why? Because he was in that really shitty romance movie about renovating an inn. a bloody bed and breakfast, an Airbnb. So now, I mean, I was thinking of him as this nice little handyman that was fixing up houses, not not this music producer that I don't like. Yeah. Also, there was this one scene where Billy and Cooper went with their friends, Trina and Devin, to liven up their sex life. And where did they end up going? A sex party. And then Trina started giving Cooper's head right in front of my eye, and I was shocked. I was appalled. Did not know how to react. Okay, moving back to Brad. Um, yeah. So Brad, Brad. I hate him. Brett. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call everyone that's named Brad now, because I've never met an interesting Brad slash Bradley. Yeah, I've said it. What are you gonna do? Hmm? Yep. So then Brad, um, like Billy forgives him, and they were going to, take care of the child, and like, uh, they were having sex very aggressively, and no shame to that. I mean, I understand, but while she's in like while she's in the early stages of a pregnancy, I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if that's good. Like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like just calm down with your sex life when you just got pregnant. So obviously she loses it. Obviously. I'm gonna blame it on Brad. So um so she got a miscarriage. And then as an effort to not an as an effort, but she had to go to her cousins or like one of her relatives um wedding in Georgia. Also, yeah, also they like she made it out to be like she was this country girl coming up to coming to New York because she wanted to like change the scene. She was probably from Atlanta. Like, I don't know why she treats Georgia like it's like, you know, I don't know, like fucking Alaska or something. I don't get it. Anyway, so her and Billy and Brad went back and attended her cousin's wedding. And like Brad was really hesitant to go. I mean, probably because I feel like he was getting like second chances. I feel like he thinks her having like losing the kid was a way for him to like ditch her. I don't know, just my theory. And then they got to this wedding and it was fine. And he was acting like a douche. Like he was acting like he was, I don't know, a teenager and he's like emo and he doesn't want to talk to anyone. And then he was at a bar and he's like telling the waitress about how this like party sucks when he wasn't even trying to be a part of it. And then guess what? Guess where Billy found him later? Making out with the waitress. Days after she lost their fucking baby. Yeah, and now that I've explained why Brat is a shitty human being. Oh, no, not even done. Oh my god. No, I haven't even moved on to the best part. So, Billy found Brat making out with the waitress, and Billy was like pissed off. But she was ready to accept his apology. He's like, I'm so sorry. You know how is my daddy issues and all that. And she's like, go meet your dad now. You need to fix this. And he actually went, because like she was like, I'm gonna forgive you if you go see your old man or whatever. And he's like, okay, I will. And he actually, like, he didn't end up doing, like, he chickened out, he pussy out last minute. Yeah, calling him that word because why not? Um, and he didn't go, and then he got back. Oh my god, sorry. He got back to their apartment in Manhattan. Also, his apartment is so nice. Like, I don't know where they got it. It was so nice. It looked so nice. The only issue was with it was the people that were living in it, but it was nice. Um, Also, I haven't even moved on to the fashion yet, so let's wait. um, okay. And then he went back to their apartment. He returned, and Billy was like, "How did it go?" And he started yelling at her, being like, "Who do you think you are trying to change me?" Not like he wasn't cheating on her. Just a couple days prior to that. I just and then they broke up. And then that was it. They broke up. And then he waited 8 years to bump into her randomly at Sasha's house because, they were having a friends with benefits situation. And then he started terrorizing her. Like regardless or not Bill like I okay, Billy does write down in her diary that she was thinking about her sex with him, but she didn't tell it to him. So, from his point of view, he was full on just terrorizing this girl. He was texting her, being like, "I'm gonna miss you." And then guess what? He FaceTime her, and then show her that he is having sex with Sasha, her bestie. Best friends forever. And obviously, Billy doesn't even have the decency to turn off the bloody phone. I feel like all of these things could have been avoided quite easily. I mean, I know. Um, but yeah, that's how it is. He waited 8 years. You know, if he truly had wanted to mend his relationship with her, he would have reached out way before, like way sooner. So he doesn't mean it. I don't buy it. Um, okay, let's talk about Sasha. The only thing Sasha did wrong. Oh my god, guys. Oh my my AC is like leaking out water. This is so problematic because can't use that word. Um, this is so annoying because I have literally got like two technicians to take a look at it, and it still ended up being an issue somehow. Also, I can't find my remote. Oh no. Anyway, let's move back to the show. It's been 42 minutes. Oh my god. Anyway, Sasha, I really like Sasha apartments as well. I like Coop. I like their house. I like all the filming locations, I'd say. Um I like Sasha like fashion sense is really good. You know whose fashion sense wasn't good? Billy. Billy was not good. It was a pain in the eye to see the outfits that she was putting on when she was like still in love with Bradley, in the flashbacks. It was so bad. Like I hate Brad, but I think she deserved everything that he's done to her. Just because she wore that ugly pink metallic jacket. It was so ugly. I couldn't oh my disgusting. I don't know how to put it to words, but that's it. That's that. Um But yeah, I have a lot of issues with this TV show, and I hate it. And I don't think Billy deserves a second episode, a second season. I think if it was up to me, I would just end her. And I hope Cooper gets with his Asian boss. What's her name? Francesca, however you pronounce it. And I hope Billy went on a ship on a boat trip with Brad, and then he ended up just leaving her on an a strained island, and she, had to be there alone. That will maybe put things to perspective. But yeah, I tried. I really want. I really wanted to quit and like never look back at it, But I feel like before I came out saying that I hate it and how bad it is, I at least owe it to the creators and showrunner to give it a watch, all episodes, so I can make fun of it. And it wasn't worth my effort because it literally makes me lose my sanity. But yeah, it's that's the first episode. I've been ranting about this for like 15 minutes. But thank you so much for listening if you are. And I'll see you whenever. Bye bye. This was In Bed with Eliza. Hope you had a fun time. Bye bye. Sweet dreams. Okay.